welcome to episode 65 of the Jez and Friends podcast and the final episode of season 2. And today's special guest is two-timer, Mazz. So a bit of context, we're past exams, orientation, meant to film during awards night, but some audio problems, so we're filming during our spare. How's it going, Mazz?
I am going very well, thank you, Jerry. And how about you?
Yeah, going pretty well. We're just
Yeah.
Trying to cruise through the next
Next
few weeks.
couple
Yeah,
weeks. Almost finished. We're
almost done. Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Next year's it's gonna kick off with a bang with Melbourne Uni. So
Oh yeah, big camp coming up. Whole one night away.
yeah, that's gonna be quite the ride, I guess. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I'm sure I'll give everyone a tour down there, but enough said about that.
Should we vlog?
I've done one running vlog, but I feel like I know the Melbourne Uni
Oh my
kind of
God,
precinct
I'm
pretty
gonna
well.
watch
So
that. Are you kidding?
yeah,
That'd be so fun. to
I'll see how we
watch.
go.
You gotta vlog that. That'd be hilarious. They can like show it at our graduation, like our
Yeah,
interview
yeah, that's a
assembly.
good
If you
idea,
vlog
man.
it, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
do a prank at
No,
1 a.m.
definitely. Prank at 1 a.m. If it's not to me, then
Yeah, yeah, no, I won't prank you.
surely
Oh,
just
yeah,
put
just prank you. Awesome. Yeah, so we start with hypotheticals, as you know, Maz, and if you could call yourself back when you were starting high school for a 20-minute chat, I don't know how long that'd be, but what would you tell yourself?
Maybe I'd tell myself like I'd tell myself that we're gonna have a pandemic, and that then I could tell all my friends and pretend that I can predict the future and like I can see further into the future than I actually can, so I can trick people, and then everyone can think I'm a superhero, and then I get like paid lots of money to like tell people things about the future. Like I'll just, yeah, I think that's what I would do because I mean, what else am I gonna do? I didn't really have a very There's not really anything that I want to comment on, I don't think, about my years at high school. It's mostly been okay. Maybe, no, I can't think of
No?
anything. I think I'd just get paid a lot of money to predict the future,
Yeah,
and then I'd be rolling in cash, and then I'd be able to like
afford anything you want.
buy a car by the time I'm 18 or something like that, something fun like that, or like
Yeah.
save up money so I can travel or something. I'd scam the system. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear, guys. Because if you predicted a pandemic, it'd just be like,
Yeah, everyone would think I'm God.
yeah,
Like they'd be like,
essentially.
"You're insane. How did you do
You
that?"
can teach philosophy class.
Exactly. I could just like pretend. Maybe I wonder if I'd like tarot cards and stuff and like zodiac signs and how they're meant to like predict the future. I think I'd try and like invent my own version of that, and then but that's cruel. That's manipulative. I can't do that. I'd take you to take it out. I'd just make everyone think that I'm really cool and awesome and epic. Anyway.
Awesome. Now, I guess, yeah, let's reflect on the high school
Yes.
journey because
Let's.
I can't believe it when you're told,
I
like,
know,
yeah,
it's actually
just
quite
like,
scary. I sometimes still feel
oh,
like I'm in like year 10
yeah,
or like year 9. I don't feel like grown up enough to be in year 12
that
yet.
is, yeah. And the two main questions, I guess, is we've been on a fair few camps, Maz, and
Yes,
what's
we
your
have.
all-time favorite camp out of the three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Nurad was incredible.
Nurad,
It was great fun. 10 weeks away was great. I'm sure
Jeez.
you guys already know a lot about it.
Yeah.
Tune into my earlier podcast if you want to hear some more Nurad stories.
Episode 7.
But I also really enjoyed year 8 camp. Do you remember that one with the tents at Anglesey?
I went there the other week, actually.
Really? Well, I mean, that was
yeah,
fun.
I'm gonna tell you all about it.
Yeah, you should. But no, that was good. It was kind of awkward though because we weren't staying like in the actual camp. We were staying at like the caravan park nearby, and so we had to walk to dinner and breakfast anytime we wanted food. Do you remember that? We had to walk to dinner every single night, and it'd be like I don't know how many of us there were, like 80 Mac kids.
The
all
OHS
walking.
safety was just like
Yeah,
it was like a highway right
I
next to
know
it as well. Just so unsafe.
it was very fun. It was very fun. It was good, but Nurad. I think Nurad has to come out on top. It was just too good. Like 10 weeks away, too good. What
That's
about
just
you?
like, yeah, probably Neurite as well
Yeah.
because it changed my life.
Yeah,
Because like there's so many aspects to it.
exactly.
Like the activities,
Exactly.
the friends
The
you meet. Yeah,
friends.
oh, it's just sleepovers.
Yeah. No, it was great.
Yeah,
Just hanging out with your friends for like 10 weeks straight with like no parents. It's the best. It's the best.
It's like Planet Pros.
It's so
pretty much,
yeah,
yeah.
no, it was weird in there, but like it was really fun. Yeah.
And with like subject wise, because obviously now we're in VC and it's a lot more like kind of strict protocols.
Yeah.
But back in the day, we had all these fun subjects.
We did.
I think my favorite was probably marine biology because
Oh.
there's one time we went fishing and we caught like literally no
You guys got
fish.
to go fishing in marine biology?
Yeah.
That was so fun.
What about you? What's your favorite all-time
Oh.
subject, mate?
Well, I don't know if it was my all-time favorite subject. I mean, I've been pretty lucky with my subjects, and sort of, if I didn't like them at the start, I liked them by the end. I think Quest English in year 7 was really fun. Like, from what I can remember, I had a really good time. Me and Jerry were in that class together, along with like a bunch of people who are still at this school now.
Except when you're on like no
Except we're
classes
now in no
together.
classes
Yeah.
together. Really sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really fun. I also really liked biology last year. I did it as my 3-4 subject. And that was really good. Miss Wong, my biology teacher, was excellent. And we just had a lot of fun in the class. Like, it was just like, yeah, me and Ruby talking a lot and laughing at people in the class. And it was good. It was really good. But yeah, I've been really lucky with all my classes. Like, the only bad one was I had maths with Mr. Kiriakou, which wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't good. And maths with Miss Johnston I did when I was in year 9, I think, and that I had no friends in that class, and it was maths, and it just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, maths hasn't been great, but every other subject I've done has been really good. What about you? What's your
I
favorite?
feel like PE is always.
Oh
Well,
yeah, that's true. I can see
I
that.
love my PE.
Yeah.
Media actually, because I found that passionate. Like back in the day, I was like really good at it. Now just like the whole like class, like
It's
we
so
just
gorgeous.
draw upon each other, and yeah, it's amazing.
Now you're back into it.
I feel like I loved science when I was younger. I
Yeah.
used to do education perfect everything.
Oh
But
my
then
god, I remember that. You'd be like top of the class in education perfect.
I
As
don't
soon
know,
as
it just
like
fell away in year 10, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did bio in year 10. I quite enjoyed it. And I
Mhm.
was checking my SAC scores
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
I
Did you
mean,
do quite well?
I passed. So
Oh,
I didn't even
nice,
expect that. I thought I like failed like every SAC.
Well, I mean, you can still do science if you go to uni if you want to.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe
Maybe not.
Bit of marine biology. You can become.
Might go fishing maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll
Hopefully
see
you
how it
catch something this time.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Anyway, we'll move on to YouTube Marathon. So I remember last time we spoke, that was like a main kind of
Yeah, well, that was
area you
in the
talked
middle
about
of
that. Yeah,
lockdown.
in
The
middle of
first
lockdown.
lockdown we were in, right?
Yeah.
First lockdown.
So what about now? Like,
Yeah.
obviously you don't do it as much anymore, but
Yeah.
if we were to go on that study camp, would you kind of have some fun
And
with
I
that?
was watching YouTube the entire time I was there. I don't know what I'd end up on. I mean, it kind of changes every time with the YouTube marathon. Like, that's the thing about it. You just like go down a wormhole and end up in a place that you didn't expect at all, and it's just kind of weird. But maybe probably just end up on like some weird like Vine compilation video or something that I haven't watched in like 10 years.
Back in like 2015,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And I'd probably enjoy it a lot, and it'd be very funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think that probably. I mean, I don't know. It surprises you. YouTube is a very surprising place. Like, there's every sort of video you can watch on there. So it could be anything, I reckon.
Yeah, I should try one of these.
I mean, if you can devote at least like it has to happen at night. That's one of the rules. Like, you have to start like after dinner and then just continue watching until like 2 a.m. and then find out where you end up later if you want to. But I usually cut it off at 2 a.m. because then I get tired and want to sleep.
Yeah, we'll give that a go. Definitely.
Update me on what you think
I'll
about it.
definitely update you guys. And now, like you spoke to me about this earlier, but you work at an ice cream store. Yeah,
I do. 1565. It's my first ever job. Yeah, in Kensington. Come say hi if you want to.
What's the best ice cream flavour to try?
My favourite is raspberry and rose water. Have you ever had that before?
Maybe. I'm a big fan of like anything to do with berries.
Yeah,
so
same.
yeah.
It's so good. It's raspberry and rose water, obviously. I'm not sure how to explain it. Like, it's mainly raspberry, and it's just really good. And they make their ice creams. They're fresh. It's just really good. I also really like coffee ice cream.
Does that keep you awake at night if you have it like in the afternoon?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I sometimes doubt the effects that coffee has on me because
Do you drink coffee?
I do. I had a coffee this morning. Yeah, I know. Am I talking really fast? Am I talking really fast?
No, it's
No.
fine.
But coffee ice cream well. Chocolate and vanilla also really popular, but my favorite is raspberry rose water.
Yeah, I'll definitely give that
Yeah.
a try.
You gotta
After
come.
food training or before.
Oh my god, yes.
Food
Come say
training,
hi.
pretty soon. Yeah, 100%.
Please do.
And what's your like role and components working there?
Oh, I mainly wash dishes. I'm learning how to like work the till, like pressing all the buttons and making people pay. But there's so many like things to remember and
Because the tool's like manual for you.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
ours is
You
like
have an
electronic.
yeah,
It's got like all
exactly. Yeah, it's this manual thing, and you have to like, and it's really like sensitive, and you have to use your nails, and my nails aren't very long, and so it often doesn't like press the thing I want it to press, and it gets very annoying. And then you have like the pressure of this like customer in front of you, waiting, like with their card out, ready to pay, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
literally
don't know, I'm
what it
waiting.
is.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this. And it's like I've told everyone it's my first day for like the past sort of 8 shifts I've had there. Like every
Yeah.
single time I step up, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, it's my first day. But it's not. But I just say that so people will be kind to me, I suppose.
Exactly
Accepting.
right. 100%.
Yeah.
Like serving customers, I feel like because there's so many buttons, that's not like the main thing. I'd rather pack the food.
And you have to like remember where all the buttons are, and like it's just, and we have a bunch of like products that we don't make and are just like retail products is what they call them, like pastas and sauces and stuff.
Like
And
extras.
yeah, exactly. And we don't have the price for them in our like what did I just call it? Checkout. What's it called?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But and so you have to either like remember the prices or we have like a list of the prices, but it's like really messily written and it's just like, and they'll come to me with sardines and I'll be like, I don't know how much these are. Like, just give me a second, I'm gonna find, or like ask someone how much these sardines are because I don't know. But yeah, it's much more stressful than I thought it would be working. Like so much to do all the time, and oh, I also make sandwiches, which is fun, and cut a lot of bread.
Very bread.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be a new addition to our restaurant.
Good. How long's like your longest shift you ever had?
Oh, I've only done my longest one so far. So it's been 4 hours, 9 till 1 or 2 till 6.
That's all right.
Which I did on Wednesday. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, yeah, most people that are working there are working from like 8 till 6. So I'm pretty lucky. I get a short shift and I can get my afternoons off, which is nice.
That's good work-life balance, as Bucko would say. It'd be very proud of me.
Yeah, exactly. 3 shifts a week for 4 hours, and I'm really lucky because it's like 2 minutes away from my house.
True.
I'm very fortunate.
Oh, awesome. Thanks for sharing with us, man.
You're welcome. Come by and I'll give
drop
you an
by.
extra big scoop of ice cream if you want it.
Speaking of the kitchen, like obviously I've done a fair bit in food studies this year, but what's your biggest screw up in the kitchen? Because I'll tell you mine next bit.
I mean, I don't know if this is my biggest screw up, but I can remember in food studies, like last term, we were making cupcakes. And as we put the cupcakes in, we closed the door too hard. And because our ovens are like flame ovens, and they're like gas flame, and then we put the flame out, and then we spent the next half an hour waiting for our cupcakes
That's
to
my
cook.
story as well.
It is! Oh no!
No, we love
I
that.
stole it. I'm sorry. But we spent like half an hour waiting for these cupcakes to cook, and they wouldn't cook, and we were so confused. We were like, what's happened? We turned the oven on. Like, it should all be working. And then we opened it up again. And then we took home these like floppy cupcakes.
I had it as well.
Yeah, my sister said she liked them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gave them to her and she said it was okay. It did look a bit like dog food. But anyway, sorry I stole your story.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Can we think of any other ones?
I think just drawing on to that story again, it was the day before lockdown, like V5 or whatever happened. So like I remember that screw up, and that kind of sat with me until like lockdown finished, because that was like the last thing we did at school before lockdown.
Yeah, that is true.
So yeah.
And oh my god, are there any other ones? I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty competent cook. I can cook a good pasta, which I feel like is pretty important and pretty easy.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Oh, there was one for me, like back in term 1, we had to cook like the bread with like this pepperberry or whatever it's called, like you have to slab it on and bake it. So I forgot to put on the like ingredient in, so then that cost me a few marks, and I was like, what's that doing here? When I was asking Mr. Madam, she's like, Joe, you forgot to put the main ingredient. So it's just like
the whole point of the bread was this thing, and you forgot to put it on. That's fair.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, but love my cooking over the past couple of years.
Oh, really?
Better
You
than
like cooking more?
back in the day. Yeah, so no, it's good
Yeah.
improvements.
Do you cook for your family or? do you
I
just-
make a pasta every now and then, so yeah, gotta
Yeah,
ramp
same.
it up. Maybe this holiday, so yeah, we'll see how we go.
Gotta be prepared for like living. When you live by yourself, you have to like cook for yourself. Isn't that so scary? Like you have to think of a meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day, and then you have to shop for it, and then you have to cook it. I don't know. That's something that like, worries me.
I feel like dinner would be the hardest bit. I feel like breakfast and lunch would be.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
You can just get like a sandwich and eggs or whatever, or cereal. But like
Or
dinner,
oats.
thinking of a dinner every single night.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
single night? No, I couldn't
That's
do it.
crazy.
I
But
could not
I
do
reckon
it.
we got this. We'll see how we go. Favorite childhood TV show. So I guess mine would be 5 minutes more because I've been talking about it a fair bit with Josh and
Yeah.
yeah, laughing about it. So what about you, Matt?
That's a good TV show.
Bit weird, but yeah.
I used to. I'm not sure if it was like it was in my childhood, but I don't think it was like a 5 minutes more. Like we were on ABC 3, not ABC 2.
I'll say like
You know.
a bit older.
Yeah. And it was Dance Academy, which is like this Australian ballet TV show, which I've told you about, but like and I loved it. Except watching it back now, like I've watched a couple of episodes recently, it is such a bad show. Like the writing is terrible and the actors are all like so bad at acting,
It's all
and
scripted. Yeah.
the main character is so annoying, like so annoying. Anyway, I loved it when I was like 7. I would watch that show all the time, and I'd like rewatch seasons over and over and over again because I loved it so much. It was excellent. My favorite, I think.
Yeah, because I think we spoke. I don't think I watched too many episodes of Dance Academy, but I remember watching the next step, which
Yeah,
was
it's
quite
like the
similar, I
Canadian
guess.
version of
The
it.
Canadian version, yeah. I
Yeah,
think the seasons blew up a bit now, but like
yeah.
back in the day,
They've
it
got
was
so many seasons
Yeah.
as well on that show. I used to watch the next step as well, but I watched it after Dance Academy, and it was like, yeah, no, it's
Like,
very
not as-
similar.
yeah,
Like
not
it's
as-
just like terrible acting, terrible writing, great dances though. It's
Yeah, the
like,
choreography was
and the
incredible.
drama
but,
was just so funny, so funny. Anyway.
yeah, we're getting carried away. Yeah. Obviously, I'm interviewing you right now, but if you were on your own podcast, Mazz, interviewing pretty much whoever you want, could be like a celebrity. I think I know where you're going, but
Yeah.
who would you interview and why?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Because I love Taylor Swift, and even like being able to say one word to her, I think I may like that would just complete my life. Like I'd be able to end it right there if I was able to like say one thing to Taylor Swift. I'd be very happy to be like I don't even know what I would say to her though. Like I'd probably just like quiz her about all her songs and ask her about what her life is like because she's just so incredible and I love her so much. And I think she's just like the best person.
I love that.
And so yeah, I reckon I'd interview her. And then after Taylor Swift, I'd interview you.
Oh,
Definitely, because I feel like it's not super fair that you just get to interview all these people and then you don't even get interviewed. And so I
That's
feel
awesome,
like I'd
yeah.
even things up a little bit.
it's great being put in the same category as Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift's first episode, your second episode.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And what question would you ask Taylor? Like, if you could ask.
I'd ask if I could come to her next concert for free, first of all, and then hopefully she would say yes because she'd feel compelled to say yes, and then I'd be able to watch her in concert. Or I'd ask her to like sing me her favorite song or something like that.
Oh.
I reckon that's what I would do.
Oh, Spotlight
Spotlight
segment.
segment.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about because obviously we're both turning 18 next year. What are your plans for that?
So
Like,
scary.
I wanted to like go big, but
Big birthday party.
yeah, big birthday party. We'll see how we go. But
Definitely
that's
go
gonna
big
be
birthday
interesting.
party.
What about yourself? Like, what are your plans for that?
I think I may do like a joint birthday party with a friend of mine who goes to a different school, but her birthday is like the day before mine. Like she's on the November the
Oh, that's
14th
really
and I'm on
good, yeah.
November the 15th, so it might be like a joint 18th birthday party or something, which could be fun. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been the plan for a couple of years now. But we've been in and out of lockdown, so we haven't even really been able to do it. But yeah, maybe a joint 18th with my friend.
That sounds like an awesome time.
Yeah. You got to do a big birthday party.
Yeah, 100.
Everyone's got
everyone's got to do
everyone's
one.
got to
Yeah,
do a big
for
birthday
sure.
party because like I don't want to do year 12 and not have anything fun going on. Like,
Yeah.
I want to have to study all the time.
True. Because our birthdays are mine's probably just before term free holidays, and yours is like during exams.
Oh
Or
yeah,
after,
mine's after exams, so it's like
yeah. So that'll be good.
celebratory.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Well,
everyone's
term
exams
free,
are finished by then. November 15th. Although there was an exam on my birthday this year. The global politics exam was on my birthday this year, which I thought. I really hope I don't have an exam on my birthday because I just feel like that'd be so terrible. That'd be so bad. But we'll have to wait and see until the exam calendar comes out. We'll know.
Yeah, speaking of exams, I was talking to, I think Clemo, or who taught us in year 7, but he was talking to me like his ranking system, like how like he was telling us
still
to
don't
do exams
understand.
all year. It was just the weirdest thing. He's like,
Oh my
who cares about your ranking during SATs because it's an SON, and then your exam, like the harder you get, the better. I'm like,
see, like
what are
I've
you
gotten
doing now?
so many different. Like that's what
Advice,
Ruby was
yeah.
saying, and then but Miss Shah, my chemistry teacher, was explaining like how it works to us. She was like, yeah, your SAC mark, like you get your SAC mark, then that puts you in a rank. And so say like Jerry gets 90s all year and he's like top of the school, top of the class in English or whatever.
Oh, sure.
then the English exams come back. And say Jerry doesn't do very well in the English exam. Then you get like an 80 and I do really well and I get a 90, then Jerry will get the 90 and I'll get the 80. That's what Michelle was saying to us, but I still don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Like it just seems like VCAR's really obsessed with their bell curve and they'll do anything to try and get it. You know what's insane though?
Yeah, what's insane?
The English class, that everyone has to do English, right?
Yeah.
And it still gets scaled down by 1.
Yeah,
they scale down English when everyone does English.
Oh, no, she'd be like
what? It should be the one thing that doesn't change.
Yeah,
like it doesn't make any sense. Why are you scaling down a class? Anyway.
What are your thoughts on like Station 11, Dressmaker, Rear Window, and Crucible?
I'm really excited for Dressmaker and Crucible, mainly because I feel like in essays, when writing essays, it's like feminism and like the patriarchy is one of the easiest things to write about because you can just sort of like waffle on about it and then connect it back and then it's like
philosophy or?
it's kind of easy. I think Station 11. I'm not super excited for Station 11. I don't really want to relive like a pandemic
You have to make up
again.
like a pandemic during the
I don't really want to do that. Like it just seems a little bit too soon. So like I don't know. And then
PTSD.
yeah, exactly. And then Rear Window, I've watched it a couple times. Both of my brothers did it for their year 12 text analysis as well. And I mean, it's not a bad movie, but I mean, I feel like I'm just a bit bored by it.
Just
now.
old,
Old. Kind of weird. Like it's such a weird premise. It's like this guy watching from his windows and like seeing a murder unfold and like trying to solve mysteries and stuff. And it's just like I don't know. Like what are you supposed to analyze? I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out and it'll be fine. I mean, text analysis isn't too difficult, especially when it's a film and you can use like FSL evidence, like media stuff, like lighting and camera angles.
I should be good at that.
Yeah, you'll be good. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Your FSL, 10 points.
Comparative is important as well.
Oh my god, comparative is scary though. It's like so much.
Now I want to talk about like music. Obviously, we spoke about Taylor Swift earlier, but like, what are you currently listening to? Like, a bit of Taylor Swift here and there, and let's start off with like, what are your thoughts on her like re-recording all her albums? That's just like a power move, you know?
Yeah, it's incredible. She is an icon. She's so powerful. Pretty much, if you don't know the story, her record label that she used to be with, Scooter Braun, sold all of her music rights, like all the rights to her music, to somebody else, and Taylor wanted to buy them because it was her own art, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll pay for them if I have to." And then Scooter Braun decided to give them to someone else, which was a real dick move.
Yeah, that's big.
And so then Taylor Swift was like, "Okay, well then I'll just re-record all of my own music and bring songs from the vault," is what she calls them. They're songs like that she wrote when she was writing the album but didn't get to release. So far we've got Fearless, which was her second album, and Red, which was her third? No, maybe.
You know better than me.
Third album, I think. Or maybe Fearless was the second. Yeah, second and fourth. Fourth album. Anyway, sorry. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. And she just released Red like a couple of weeks ago, and I've been listening to it nonstop. I think it's incredible. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just so fun. She gets to Yeah. Oh my god. And have you seen the All Too Well music video
Yeah, that was it the extended one?
with
Yeah,
Sadie
I
Sink
saw a
and
bit of that.
Dylan
Yeah.
O'Brien? Oh my god. I just love it so much. If you haven't listened to her, listen to her. And if you still hate Taylor Swift, what are you doing with your
How can you
life?
hate Taylor?
How can you hate Taylor?
that's-
What has she ever done to
I
you?
know, right? Yeah.
Unbelievable. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, very excited.
Was 22 in the Red album?
Yeah.
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 Because that
Look at you with your Taylor Swift knowledge.
that relates to class of 2022.
Yeah.
I listened to it the other day.
22.
It feels like you know what I mean. That could be the graduation song.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if a Taylor Swift song was at graduation.
That's
I'd
true,
be very
yeah.
happy with that. But yeah, no, I love it. I love her, and I love it. I think she's a lyrical genius.
What's your top 3?
Top 3. Top 3.
Putting you on the spot here, man.
All Too Well, the 10-minute version, the new one. Cardigan and Champagne Problems. Have you heard of any of them?
I think I have. It's just
But Seven's really
Yeah.
good as well, actually. Anyway,
interesting.
those are my top 3 at the moment. They'll probably change.
Yeah, she'll probably release some
She has so many good songs. Now that I think of them, actually, I can't. But yes, she will release so much more music. Yeah.
As well,
Yeah.
What about any other artists? Like,
I've been listening to Phoebe Bridgers recently. Do you know Phoebe Bridgers?
nah.
She's like similar to Taylor Swift, but she's sort of newer. She writes really sad music. I'm not sure. Anyway, we won't go into that. But yeah, she writes really pretty music as well. Similar to like Taylor, like the lyrics are the most important part, sort of, which I really like. I don't know about you guys, but are you a lyrics person or like a sound music person?
I
do you think?
reckon probably more lyrics, like, because
Yeah.
you feel like you're connected to it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like telling a story, and that's what I like. But I find a lot of people that don't like Taylor Swift are the people that like sound and music
And
more
not
than
so
lyrics,
much, lyrics, yeah.
which I just find difficult to
They're just like your
understand.
mumble rap people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what is
That's
this
your
giving
society
you?
today,
What is this
yeah.
giving you? I don't. Anyway.
Yeah, listen to Taylor Swift if you
Yeah,
ever,
listen
it's
to
just-
Taylor
yeah.
Swift.
Yeah. As we know, funny stories. We talk about the money segment now. Changed it a bit. Like either from your schooling days. We're still at school, but obviously like previously. And not running. Or footy or like anything you want to share to the listeners.
I have a funny story. It's not my own story. It's my sister's story. So my sister was in an English class the other day, and she
so
was
this is recent.
Yeah, recently, and she was just like typing on her computer, some English essay or whatever, and her English teacher came behind her. I won't name names because they do work at the school, and I don't want to.
You named a few.
I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure I might have already told you.
Yeah.
Anyway, walked behind her and was like over her shoulder and like said quietly, "Are you dyslexic?" After reading her writing. Can you believe that? Are you dyslexic? After like looking over her shoulder and reading what she'd written, and she'd done so many spelling mistakes that he asked if she was dyslexic. She's not. We don't like. She's pretty good at spelling, but she just types quickly. But can you imagine that?
Don't worry, she's better than Tom.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And she's only in year 8. It says a lot. But isn't that so? Oh, it was very. I think it's very funny. It's like. It's just like
Why would you ask for that?
I know. Isn't it weird for a teacher to do that anyway? You got to stay till the end for me to tell you what the teacher was. Do you have any funny stories?
Give me a context and all.
I'll give you a context. Okay. What's the funniest story from your PE class?
PE class.
From last year or this year, I suppose.
Oh yeah. This one's from exams actually. Because I never thought Mr. Buckingham would drive us to exams. And
driven to school by Mr. Buckingham.
To Marby actually. Yeah, that's just like next level when he let us like chuck on music and I just had like congratulations person one playing and everything. It's like Buckingham would not let like someone do that. And it's just incredible.
It was just calming you down before your exam. Did he drive you home as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
So all 4 of us just like because there's only 4 of us doing the exam. It's just like.
Oh, was he just like in his car?
In his car, all 4 of us.
That's so funny. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I like that. That's good.
But you did your exams at Debney, so it's a different story. Because ours, like, you walk in the halls and all the Marby kids just stare at you and you're like
that's
casual
weird.
clothes. It's just like
No, that's weird. Yeah, we were doing our biology exam the day after that huge storm when the school got closed.
oh, like
Do you remember that?
interrupted the whole English exam and everything. Fair
Yeah,
down.
I don't know,
Apparently, yeah,
but like, so we came into the bio exam and I was texting Ruby the morning of. I was like, "Are we still doing our exam? Like the school was
they
closed."
should have cancelled it.
And but Demi was open, and so we still did it, and it was just very weird and quiet the entire time and like windy. But yeah, so,
How did you do it? Do you reckon?
oh no, I don't know. I don't like to talk about it. I get so nervous when I talk about it.
That's the same
Like
as me.
15 days or something until it gets released.
Yeah,
or
like
something
a few
crazy.
people were very excited about it, whereas I'm like the complete opposite. I'm not
Yeah.
counting down the days.
Well, like Dylan, who did the exam, came out and like for the next like 2 weeks, he was like, "Oh my god, that was the easiest exam I've ever done. Like, I'm so glad it was so easy." And I was sitting there like, "Oh, I don't know if it was that easy." And I was like, "If you find it easy, did everyone else find it easy? Like, how many questions did I get wrong?" I was like, "Oh," and it gets very scary.
Because I said that like straight after I came out of the exam,
Yeah.
then I asked like a few others. Then
Yeah.
my confidence.
Yeah,
just
I
like,
know, I know.
went
As
down.
soon as you talk to other people about it and they give like different answers, then you're like, "Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done?"
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just decided to like not talk about the exam as much as possible. Like as soon as someone brings it up, I'm just like la 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 la.
Yeah, I'm not that person anymore. I used to be like, "What'd you get? What'd you get?" But like,
And
I'm
I'm like,
like the
if you
opposite.
can't change, like, because the worst thing is that you can't go back and like change your answers or anything,
Exams, yeah.
and also you don't get your exams back, so you don't know what you did good or bad, and so it's just like pointless to talk about it. You just get a score and then you're done for, I reckon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, next year we're gonna make the most
we're
of it.
gonna kill it. We're gonna crush it.
Yeah, we're gonna aim for the Ducks. I don't know. We'll see how we go.
Aim for the Ducks, but Zoe's in our class.
Oh yeah, and twins. Yeah.
And the twins. For
We have
Renault.
competition there.
They're doing like physics and all the.
I'm just doing
all-
this ones that are scaling down and
And
yeah,
then like
everything.
chemistry and philosophy, and it's like, oh, I don't know.
We'll just come in the top 10 and just be like, we're here. We're showing up.
You could,
Setting the tone.
would you get most? You could get like most improved ducks if you don't get duck
Maybe.
ducks.
Is that the growth one? Yeah.
What
Growth
the-
ducks or something? It's
growth
like
ducks,
ducks,
yeah, growth
growth,
ducks,
yeah,
growth
yeah.
ducks.
We'll
If
see
you
how
don't
we
get
go.
that one.
I just want to be at the clock tower, because it'll feel
Yeah,
momentous.
same. It'll feel
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll
that'd
feel
be
good.
good. And so this one always stumps people, Maz.
Mhm.
Hopefully you don't get, stumped.
Yeah.
Like, what's the best piece of advice someone has ever given you?
I've been thinking about this ever since Tuesday when I was supposed to do this. I've been thinking about the best advice, and I asked my friend for the best advice that they've ever gotten, and I think it's really good advice, so I'm going to say it as well. Say yes to every opportunity that presents itself, and then appreciate the opportunities that you were given. Sort of, I think that was what they said, and I think that's, I don't know, a good way to live your life. Saying yes to things will make you do stuff. Like you instead of
Saying no, yeah.
instead of
Saying
saying
yes
no,
is
just say yes,
100%.
and you never know what will happen. Like opening doors instead of closing them, I think, is a good attitude to go about life.
Yeah, I feel like you've done that over the past couple of years, like
Oh,
with your opportunities. Like obviously
maybe.
saying yes to college captain, saying yes to Murad, the list goes on. But
Yeah. I
yeah,
hope so. I mean, yeah, maybe.
because we want to inspire the people
Well,
who.
so have you. You've started your own
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh,
I think
appreciate
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's about like saying yes and
Yeah.
like
And
because
then following through.
some people say
Yeah.
yes and don't follow through.
Yeah,
So like
exactly.
we gotta be the go getters.
You gotta
everyone,
you gotta go do
gotta
something.
try and inspire
Yeah.
the others who don't see it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice.
And this one is a bit more fun. So, any books or movies you recommend, or have you've watched at the moment, or back in the day, all time?
I read this book a while ago that I really enjoyed, and it's
Maz has
called.
read so many books this year, more than
I
me.
have.
Oh, I'm guessing. That,
Well,
like,
maybe I have.
yeah,
I don't know,
judging
how
by
many
your
books?
memory, yeah. Like,
Maybe.
how many books have you read?
Like
Lost count.
15 probably, not that many.
Oh,
Some people read
exactly
like
the same.
15 books a month. Anyway, my favorite book that I've read this year is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Hoover, I think that's her name.
Ends with us.
It Ends With Us. I found it on TikTok and then I bought it on
Ooh,
my
TikTok.
Kindle, and so that's how I got it. And it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And then my favorite movie I really love the movie Little Women. Have you seen that?
No, but I'll endeavour to watch that.
I mean, I think it's really good. I grew up reading the books when I was a kid, and so I think the movie's really good. It's just so like it's a really beautiful movie. Like the filming techniques and stuff are just gorgeous, and so I really like it. But yeah, I think those are my favorites.
That's awesome. And what's Little Woman about this picture?
Oh, it's like sort of 17th, 18th century, um, and it's about these like four sisters and about like who they sort of become and like Meg, Jo, oh my god, what's the other one? Amy and oh my god, oh no, that's so cruel. Oh, Eliza? No, not Eliza. Oh no, I've forgotten the third sister's name. That's terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't remember.
Sorry
Oh well.
about last
Um,
day.
anyway, and it's like how they like just navigate the world sort of, and like Meg becomes a mother, and Jo becomes a writer, and Amy becomes sort of a wife, and they all just like sort of Beth, and it's just really beautiful. It's just a really beautifully written story about women. I think it's nice.
Yeah, I'll
It's like
definitely give it a go. So listeners, give it a go as well
yeah,
because
Little
each
Women.
week there's always good recommendations from everyone.
It's
So,
filmed.
yeah.
It's directed by Greta Gerwig, who is incredible, and it
Thanks.
stars Saoirse Ronan and Florence Pugh and Timothy Chalamet and Emma Watson. So all big names in the film industry.
Emma Watson's the only one I know. But,
Oh, you don't
I'm
know.
very sorry.
You don't know the others. Have you ever watched? Did you watch Black Widow?
No.
Did you watch?
Bit unfortunate. Might have seen bits and pieces of Black Widow though.
Surely you know who Timothy Chalamet is.
I've heard her name.
Yeah, okay,
It
good.
rings a bell.
I
But
was
like,
gonna say, like,
no,
he's-
no, didn't want to. Yeah.
Anyway.
So, quick hands now. So, 5 quick questions, Maz. Ever tried these?
No, I haven't. I'm kind of nervous. What do I have to do?
Oh, don't be nervous. It's like one word and like give us your best response. So we'll start off with pineapple on pizza. Yes or no?
Oh, yes, whatever. Don't care. Pineapple, eat what you want on pizza. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it's like me with my subs. I just chuck like pineapple all
Yeah.
over the falafel. And, yeah.
We have sweet things on savory things all the time and savory things on sweet things. So it's not that. I don't think it's that one.
Yeah, sorry, Italians.
It's not that dramatic. I don't think.
I know it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It's always divisive though, so we love that.
It is divisive. Yeah, but yeah, I don't really care. Do what you want.
So next one is English or maths.
English, definitely English.
I'll say the same.
Definitely
For
English.
now. What's your favourite subject?
English?
English?
I think right now it's English.
Love that.
Maybe. I don't know. Next one.
Favourite place to visit in Melbourne?
Can I say the city or is that too general?
Oh, do you like? I love going to Botanic Gardens every now and then.
Oh, yeah,
Is that a
I've
good
been
place?
to Botanic Gardens. They are quite gorgeous. Maybe the Botanic Gardens. Or maybe like the art gallery. Like
Because it's like literally right next to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
yeah.
I need to
It's
go
pretty
there back
gorgeous.
then because you know, like primary school used to always like
Go on
Did you- yeah, go on
excursions and
excursions
stuff.
there and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah, it was
yeah.
really fun. Yeah,
Back in the
maybe
day.
the art gallery or the Botanic Gardens.
yeah, but I don't think Anderson Street it was too fun. Do you know that hill?
No, I don't
No,
know.
it's like when you walk around the town,
Yeah.
like there's this big ass hill you kind of have to navigate, and
No, it doesn't sound like
yeah,
fun.
I'll show you around. Maybe. The final one is like, where are we? Are you a morning or night person? I think I asked you this last.
Oh,
Has it changed?
I don't know. I'm like not morning or night. Like I just
Bit of both.
a bit of both, I reckon. Like I don't mind getting up in the morning, but I'm not like I don't get up at like 6. Like I get up at like 7:30. But then at night I can stay up until like 2, but I can also go to bed at 9. Like I know it changes depending on my mood. I feel like I can be a morning or night person. In general, I'd probably say I'm more of a night person. I reckon.
I used to be a night person, but I think morning person.
Yeah. Well, mornings are so
it just
beautiful
changes, yeah.
as well. Like I don't know, confusing.
Sometimes winter though it sucks to like
Yeah,
get up.
definitely. At winter, I'm a hibernation person.
Yeah.
I then need a morning.
Yeah, I
and
go
night.
missing
I'm just like,
in winter.
Yeah.
To wrap things up, Maz, like, what's next for you in 2022 and beyond? Like, what are your top 3 goals? It's changed since last year, I think.
um,
Obviously, yeah.
My top three goals. One of my goals is to get into the arts degree at Melbourne University or the arts. Yeah, I think that's my biggest goal at the moment. And then my second goal is to um, be able to like drive around, like
You're very
drive
close.
myself.
Yeah.
Well, I have to turn 18 first though, and that's a
Oh,
whole
that's
another year,
true.
so I
But
gotta be
then
patient.
you've got 90 more hours than me, so
Yeah,
think about it
I've
that
got
way.
30 hours to go, but like not much help if I get 120 hours and can't go anywhere. And I want to travel as much as I can. Those are my top three goals.
Yeah.
Drive, get into Melbourne Uni,
Nice.
and travel.
What are your top holiday destinations you're looking
Top
for?
holiday destinations. Well, if I'm going like as a 17-year-old, like Victoria camping grounds, hiking and stuff. But if
Yeah.
I'm going like with my family and they can pay for some of it, I'd love to go to. I haven't gone to all the Australian states yet. I still have to go to Western Australia and Queensland. So maybe hit those up. Although I feel a bit uncomfortable about Queensland. Although I do want to see like the Daintree rainforest and Great Barrier Reef and stuff.
I don't know about the Great Barrier Reef because like
It's all white there. A bit sad.
apparently used to show apparently if you have a day like the corals started to
Oh, really?
yeah
Oh, that's good.
grow
I
again.
also really want to go to New Zealand as well. I haven't been
Yeah,
there before.
there's like a crater called the Eden one. I'd love to
Yeah.
check it out. Yeah.
Well, it's so beautiful in New Zealand. From what I've heard. It's like just green and like because they get so much rain. And
Bit of
stuff.
euphoria.
Yeah,
It feels
exactly.
euphoria. Yeah, euphoria.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
I reckon top three holiday destinations right there. Or top three.
Top three, yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Maz, and I'm sure you'll go well at Melbourne Uni. I'm sure I'll see you there as well because with my running, I think the arts
Oh,
like
really?
bit is like right next to the athletics track, so
Let's go.
probably bump into each other.
No.
Yeah, appreciate you joining us for the final episode of season 2. It's been a pleasure because just quickly shout out, you bought some merch. Like,
I did buy some merch.
absolutely appreciate that.
Jez and Friends merch, hit it up. It's
Rep
really
it
good.
during athletics next year. So yeah.
Well, otherwise it's blue. Like I'm not sure if I can like go
True.
Poseidon.
Oh, you can make an exception,
I'll
Maz.
make an
Just for the
exception.
day.
Just for
We'll
the
see how we
Jez
go.
and
We'll
Friends.
see. I could try and get red, yeah. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, and let's make the most of year 12. And,
Yes. Let's
100%.
do it.
Let's get 99s or whatever.
Sorry, that's a bit too high.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
No worries.